Welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. And I am your host, Conrad Cushman, and we are here to review Monday Night Raw. If you guys are first time ever watching me, do me a favor, make sure you click the like button on the video and you're in the chat box. I will read your thoughts on tonight's show. Hey, what's going on, Austin, King, Jesus, DP, Original Biggie? I see you guys in here. We are on the road to 400. We need 3 more subscribers. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, help a brother out so we can get to 400. And then we got 100 more. Hopefully we can hit that before SummerSlam. Wishful thinking, but let's do it, man. I know we can. We're making some big strides here at Everything Pro Wrestling. But I want to hear what you guys thought of the show tonight. Let's get into this. First and foremost, Raw took place in Los Angeles, California. I have to give a big shout out to my boy Kev from Lakers Gaming. He was out in the crowd tonight. You can see him on the camera a little bit. So shout out to Kev, Moody, Vert, Sophia, and Control. Lakers Gaming, the whole squad. I really appreciate you guys. You guys have been in the chat before. You guys are all subscribed, so shout out to Lakers Gaming. You guys have been doing some good stuff this year. Look forward to seeing what you guys do in the 2K League. Now, first, let's talk about ticket sales. We're going to get into Raw because I see some people saying certain things about it. Connor, Goober, what's going on, guys? Monday Night Raw was very different tonight, and we're going to get into that. But I want to talk about ticket sales first for WWE Stomping Grounds. As you guys can see, that's in the title, and it's a little bit different here. The ticket sales for WWE Stomping Grounds have been absolutely atrocious, and I can't blame anybody for not buying tickets. Here's the thing in pro wrestling. Now, I've lived through a lot of the things that went wrong, and when you lose people, it takes a while to build your trust back up. It's not going to happen overnight. You're going to have to continuously produce a good product. And WWE is in a very bad position right now to do that. We got people telling me if we 3 more subs right now, if I could sub 3 more times. Thanks, Austin. That one guy that won the 2K19 $1 million challenge was in the crowd tonight. Yeah, he's done work with WWE and stuff before. We won't get into that, but they are selling tickets 2 for 1. So if you are in the local area and you're thinking about going to this event, you have the opportunity to. They're 2 for 1 tickets. If you've never been to a WWE show, I believe it was Kevin's first time tonight. He sounded like he had fun. He enjoyed it. Always try to go experience these shows live because it's a different reaction than watching at home. It's easy to complain from your couch. When you're there live and you got to interact, it's fun, man. So, we'll see what happens with the ticket sales. I think for some odd reason they're going to be able to at least make this look like a decent pay-per-view. But I promise you, a few days ago, when we had in Brainbuster Radio how many tickets were up there, it was not looking good for WWE. But let's get into Monday Night Raw. So this is the June 17th, 2019 review of Monday Night Raw. Live chat, I see you guys in here talking good stuff. Because who wants to see rematches, King says. Agreed, because the product is ridiculous right now, DP says. WWE shows can be fun to go to live. See, there's a little mixture of everything going on in here. So, the show took place in LA, as I said. And we start off the night with Elias in the ring. Elias ends up getting thrashed by Seth Rollins. Like, this just became kind of a running joke where Elias just got beat down. Rollins basically says that anybody who tries to align with Baron Corbin to be the special guest referee, as Elias revealed that he had a tank top as the referee, that if you cross or join up with Corbin and cross Rollins, you're going to pay. And he would come out with a steel chair and whoop you. So that happened. Elias is in the ring, and then we start our number 1 contenders 5-way. We didn't find this out until the middle of the match. Elimination. These are the little details that WWE has to pay attention to. If you're going to announce a match, tell me the rules and everything else beforehand. You can't change it up in the middle of the show like that, especially without an authority figure or someone there to explain why. But we had Ricochet versus Cesaro versus Braun Strowman versus Lashley versus The Miz. And I thought this was a good way to kick off the show. Cesaro and Lashley got eliminated really fast by Braun Strowman. I was going to get water. Just went to go get a glass of water, and then all of a sudden, power slam done for Cesaro. Slam done for Lashley. So this leads to Lashley and Cesaro being sore losers. They get back in the ring and they start beating down on Braun Strowman. Cesaro shows his strength against him. Lashley hits a spear. Cesaro hits the neutralizer like it was nothing on Braun Strowman. And Ricochet hits a 630 and they all hold down Braun Strowman. He was my pick to win this. I was surprised. Very different. Very different. So then we get Ricochet and The Miz. I thought they did a good job here with it. Miz did a great job in this match of being the veteran. Miz basically helped see Ricochet through that match partway, and he slowed him down to make his stuff more impactful. I don't know if you guys noticed that as well, but I like that Miz did that. And Ricochet was absolutely amazing. This dude is on the money every single time. Ricochet is really good. I had some thoughts on Twitter reading some people's tweets, and somebody asked the question, is Ricochet an upper mid-carder or is he a main event player? And I'm going to ask the live chat that exact same question. Someone says they feel like Braun is being crapped on here. Perhaps, man. He might be. He might be. If you guys are watching, though, get in that live chat. I want to hear from you guys as well, man. Tell me what you thought of the show, this match. So what do you guys think of Ricochet? Is he a main eventer? Does he have the opportunity to be a main event player? Let me see what's going on in here. Good call by WWE for selecting Ricochet. Hopefully they get a great build out of it. Yeah, well, in the end, Ricochet ends up hitting the 630 on The Miz, gets the victory. Ricochet is the number one contender for the United States Championship at Stomping Grounds. We're going to see Ricochet versus Samoa Joe. I think this is going to be an excellent match. I really do. I like what Joe does on the microphone. He does some really good work. And he's got great in-ring skills still. And Ricochet is going to be able to fly around, bump around, and do everything that the people love. So this is going to be a really good matchup. PR Nightmare, we will get into that towards the end of this. Upper mid-card, but should be a main eventer, Austin says. Upper mid-card from Connor. B-Boy Skyline, what's up, Jordan? He says main event. I gotta say Ricochet is a main event player, but he needs the right matchup, Eric Brennan says. Okay. Upper mid-card, potential main eventer. Upper mid-card. All right. We're seeing a lot of different stuff here for him. Upper mid-card in Vince's eyes. Ooh, tough, King. I think Vince sees money in Ricochet. There's something about him. He just needs to tune up the promos and stuff, but I think Ricochet really has something. I really do. So he gets the win. After the match, Joe tries to attack him. He ends up hitting him with the sidestep, pulls down the rope, and then he dives out onto Joe, and this leads to the stare-off between the two. So we've got ourselves a match. Next, we get a Becky Lynch, Lacey Evans segment. The women's division is really suffering without that Ronda Rousey star power. Ronda Rousey got them on ESPN, all these big television, like, stories, deals, whatever you want to call them. They got a lot of publicity out of Ronda Rousey, and right now, they're not feeling as important. Becky did her best here to do what she could with Lacey. And I thought this was one of Lacey Evans' better segments from where she has started from. She did her thing. Kevin Alvarado. What's going on, brother? I shouted out you and the whole Lakers gaming squad before. You, Moody, Vert, Sophia, Control. Good to see you, bro. Kevin was at the show live. If you guys have any questions for him, he was the one who let me know about Dana Brooke, and I posted the picture in the Facebook group. Yeah, so Becky and Lacey Evans, I thought Becky did her best, and this was Lacey Evans' best work on the microphone since she's come into the company, so it was all right. I'm not mad at it. It could be better, obviously. We'll see what happens with that going forward. Daniel Bryan and Rowan have a stare down with the Viking Raiders as they make their entrance. We have the Viking Raiders face off against two locals. They made quick work of these guys. You saw them hit Thor's hammer. It's called the Viking Experience now. Still not a fan of that. Don't care what anybody says. It sucks that they changed the name of that stuff. And then after that, we run into R-Truth in the 24/7 madness. You see him dressed up like, I think it's Carmella's dressed up like Charlie Chaplin, and R-Truth looks like some general or an old man, and you can obviously tell it's them, and then they take off running. you know, the usual Benny Hill music hits, bam, 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 and everybody's just chasing them. It's getting a little foolish. I thought that one of the local wrestlers who stayed in the ring and ate the pinfall was going to interfere. We didn't get that. R-Truth just ran out and got away tonight. We get to a different backstage segment. Oh, dang. We got some. Lacey Evans is horrible. The women's division is terrible. She can F off. Whoa. Jesus is not a fan. Thor's Hammer is a better name. I agree, Goober. I like that name. Not gonna lie, pulling out Titus from under the ring made me laugh. That was a funny part with the R-Truth stuff. R-Truth is gold. He's the perfect guy, I think, right now to hold the 24/7 title. How does nobody catch Truth? They're super slow. Lacey Evans needs to go back to the PC. She might have needed some more time in NXT. WWE's been pulling a lot of people up early, and I don't know if that's the wisest move, but we'll see what happens. We get kind of a compelling segment backstage. I like this one. Shane McMahon is shown backstage. He's eating crab, lobster. You know, they got him doing the rich boy stuff. And he's back there doing that with the Revival, who show up with the tag belts, and Drew McIntyre. And, you know, they're ready to crap on anybody who gets in their way. Heath Slater ends up walking in, and he talks about his I Got Kids shirt and how he needs a pay raise. Well, he asked Shane for a pay raise. Shane says that he's got big cojones to come in there and do that. He tells him no. And then Heath Slater decides to beat it. He calls up his wife on the phone, and in the middle of the call, Drew says, you know what, let me help you out. He reaches into his pocket, pulls out some money. While he's pulling out the money, he drops it. And then he says, listen, man, I don't want your money. While Heath Slater goes down to bend over to pick it up, Drew lays in some shots on him and starts whooping his ass. It was bad. Real bad. Oh, original Biggie, I forgot to say it. Lacey Evans, the harlot. Shout out to you, Obi-Wan. Yeah, so Drew McIntyre started lacing in the beat down on him. After that, he ends up taking him out. The Revival come out there, and the Revival pick up the money. That made me laugh. That was funny. And they stuffed the money in their pockets. Good segment to make those guys get heat. They're bad guys. And I was kind of mad afterwards that they did that, but that's the reaction you're supposed to get. Connor said, poor Heath. Yeah, WTF, poor Heath. I felt bad. Yeah, that's what it was designed to do. So we get the KO and Sammy show with Baron Corbin after this. KO and Sammy come out there. They're doing their ha-ha-ha stuff with Baron. And they say who the next guest referee is going to be. Well, EC3 has been chosen. EC3 comes out and does his entrance. Rollins comes out and attacks him. Beats the crap out of him with the chair. EC3 is left laying. And then here comes New Day. New Day makes their way out, and they want to have an official match with the three guys in the ring, KO, Sammy, and Corbin. And what do they end up doing? They said, well, we need an official to make it official. And before Renee Young said this, I called this Weekend at Bernie's. They pick up EC3, and they do like this stupid, poorly done ventriloquist act, and EC3 makes the match. I thought it was funny, and it's because I'm a Weekend at Bernie's fan. If you guys have never seen the movie, great movie from the past. Make sure you check it out. I know you're going to have illogical all over if you ever watch it, but it's funny. So they go in there, they do their thing. 3MB reunion. DP, was that your group, man? 3-man band. Oh, and by the way, Sami Zayn is a walking gift machine, man. The way he was playing the air guitar with KO's entrance, funny stuff. So they end up making a 2 out of 3 fall 6-man tag match. Okay. So far, Raw has been sounding like it's been a better show. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, it was an overall better show this week. But why did a 6-man tag match have to be 2 out of 3 falls? Why did they overcomplicate things? You don't need to do that. Whatever. I don't understand it. Maybe you guys get it better than me. I have no clue. But no need to overcomplicate these little things. So we get into the match. We have this whole announcement of who's doing what at the pay-per-view. So Kofi will be fighting against Dolph Ziggler in a steel cage match for the WWE title. Big E and Xavier are facing off with KO and Sammy, probably due to the New Day's issues with them before, trying to tie up some loose ends. I get it. So afterwards, in the middle of this match, we see one pinfall, and then KO and Zayn left Corbin as he eats a Trouble in Paradise for the 1, 2, 3. New Day picks up the victory in this match. I don't even know if they got a pinfall for Sammy, KO, and Corbin. I was in and out of this match on Twitter, talking to people. Follow me at EPW Show, as you guys can see on this side over here. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. But we get a segment. Now, this interests me. AJ Styles with Anderson and Gallows. This is going to be a long summer for WWE. You got that right, King. I'm going to SummerSlam and NXT TakeOver. Pray for me. AJ Styles and the Anderson and Gallows stuff. I feel like they're starting up something. Number one, I believe it's because of the contract situation with Anderson and Gallows. Their contracts are up this fall. So WWE's probably trying to now woo them into signing some 5-year deals. And I don't know if it's going to work. We'll see. It worked on the Usos. It worked on Mike and Maria. It's a lot of money they're offering. AJ Styles talks to Anderson and Gallows about being serious. And these guys got in a great ring shape. They did their thing. They went out there and he's just talking about being serious. So AJ Styles is showing a vested interest in Anderson and Gallows. Are they talking about reforming a club? Maybe. I would hope so. That would be all right. Please no club leave. What do you want them to do, Jesus? Go back to New Japan? They could. They talked about them being 3-time IWGP Tag Team Champions. We get that segment, and then we get Bliss giving Cross a mug with a little scroll in it saying that they are getting women's tag team title shots tonight against the Iconics. And this is for Josh. Iconic. Yeah, I'm still not a fan. So we get the next match. It's a tag match. The Usos versus Anderson and Gallows. I thought they showed a little more fire in this one. Anderson and Gallows actually got some offense in. But the Usos picked up the victory here. And the real story was AJ watching the match backstage, showing frustration, and did his thing. Friendly, thank you for dropping a like, brother. I see you in the live chat. I appreciate that, good sir. I appreciate that. If you got anybody, tell them to subscribe. The Iconics can choke on it. Woo. Nikki Cross plays her character great, but her character sucks. I don't think that. I like Nikki Cross's character so far. I don't. They've PG'd it up a little bit more so on the main roster, but yeah, at least she's on TV now. I can't complain because before it was like, at least put the woman on TV. So AJ watching is the real story. They lost the match and AJ showed frustration. So now I'm interested to see what happens next week. Like I said, we're into the last hour of Raw, and I'm interested in what's going on. It wasn't too bad. Next segment. Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. We still got Shane, the Revival, and Drew in the back. Roman Reigns comes out and he's talking about what he's going to do. He's hyping up the match for Stomping Grounds. Eventually, they start talking about making Roman Reigns unrecognizable, and they start bringing his family into it, saying, yeah, your daughters won't be able to tell. And Roman gets pissed at that. Roman then goes through the crowd and heads towards the backstage area. And when he gets out there, the Revival are there to greet him. Scott Dawson's trying to tape up his hands, which I thought was great. Little small detail that I liked. And when he went to start throwing those fists, Roman Reigns went back there and he started throwing them right back through Scott Dawson against the wall. And then he grabbed Dash Wilder. Dash Wilder took a nasty bump. When you guys go back to watch this, if you do, he threw him against the wall, which was the kind of like a garage door. He flew off of that bad boy. I thought he was hurt afterwards. Roman showed incredible. That was weird. My phone just picked up my voice for Google. And he threw him off of there. He goes in afterwards, and Shane's scared. Shane gets thrown up against the wall, punched a few times. Then him and Drew are going at it. Drew gets slammed through the table of food, obviously. Lobster and crab everywhere, wasting good seafood. BS. And afterwards, Roman Reigns was talking about bringing the fight. Well, Shane gets away, and he runs out the door. And Shane McMahon hops over the barricade. He almost tripped, but shout out to Shane. He made it work. And afterwards, Roman chases him, and he eventually gets him in the ring. Superman punch, spears him, and he tells him, tell your boy Drew I'm going to kick his ass this Sunday at WWE Stomping Grounds. Bennett. Roman leaves. You guys know how it goes. Google. You guys are fools, man. Original Biggie says, good feel story with the Iconics, but they should still be in NXT. I can con your ass out of here. Yeah, God, King. King says the Iconics suck at wrestling. Just whoa, whoa, King. He gave him a different job offer in the chat here. Can't repeat that. Did you guys hear that Shane's potentially might capture the WWE Championship soon? Really? I don't know why Shane's being featured so heavily on TV. He might be a ratings draw, guys. We don't know that. We'd have to see the WWE's quarter ratings breakdowns. When Shane's on TV, he might draw a rating. Here's one conclusion that I've noticed. I have a lot of friends who casually will watch with me. Derek, my boy Aaron, Gerald, shout out to all of them. When they come over and watch wrestling, people perk up when Shane McMahon comes on because they're familiar with him from a time when they were really into wrestling. So they're interested in him. So maybe people are gauged into Shane McMahon. I'm not saying Shane should be the champ and I would do all that. You should be putting on a better show. But Shane might draw people in. I don't know. I'm hoping there's some logic behind that. I'm not a fan, though, of Shane winning the title. We'll see what happens with it. Well, he's a McMahon, damn it. So afterwards, we get the women's tag title match, the Iconics versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. They tease something with Bayley not like signing something for a fan or hugging a fan, and Bayley gets mad and goes out there. They give her a nice leather chair. She sits out there, and Bayley is just talking about, like, yelling about her beef with Bliss. They eventually get into it. A distraction roll up. 1, 2, 3. The Iconics retain. Nothing great. It was just there. So the Iconics probably have their second win since they become tag team champions. Still want to see them do more with the belts, but they were featured on TV. They had a title defense. Not mad at it. Next, Firefly Funhouse. This, B-Boy Skyline says waits for AEW to start up. AEW is going to be on Wednesday. Is that confirmed, King? Let me know where you heard that from. Imagine the heat if he knocked Kofi out with that leg submission. Oh, Austin. Imagine the channels being turned as soon as they heard it, or the network subscriptions being canceled. Like, click, click, done. Done with this. I haven't watched WWE in 3 weeks now, or is it 2 weeks after Super Show? 2 weeks. PR. So, Firefly Funhouse was really good tonight. If you guys like that creepy, eerie, I don't know. I'm excited to see Child's Play. So, like that Child's Play, like horror film vibe, this is going to be good for you. They kind of went into a little bit more of the darkness on this one. They talked about the Let Me In, and Bray talked about how the evil will take over. It's kind of like he's hypnotizing you a little bit into this, and I couldn't turn away from the screen. And Bray just kept talking about Let Me In, and they kind of had remixes to that workout song with the Husky Pig or Husky Harris. You know that's who it's supposed to be. Even the McMahon, all of them were showing up in there. It's really creepy, good stuff. It should be on WWE's YouTube channel probably after my video ends here. Guys, go check it out if you like that kind of stuff. I thought it was a really good segment. Connor, I know, defending the title, what a concept. Austin says, I thought he was going to have an in-ring debut and was disappointed. That was rumored, though. I didn't think Bray would appear on this show just yet. I think Bray's going to come around SummerSlam. I would say give him a couple more weeks and he's going to make his debut as his new character. It was a dirt sheet talking AEW's been on the same day as NXT in the fall. Yeah, they're playing this checkers and chess game, King, right now with what days they're going to be on TV, because you know when AEW announces they're on TV on whatever day it's going to be, NXT is going to pop up on Fox, whatever station it's going to be, FS1, whatever. Let's get into the main event, guys. Seth Rollins versus Daniel Bryan. In the beginning of the match, we had a lot of chaos. It looked like there was going to be a DQ because of Rowan interfering. New Day come out. Revival come out. Usos come out. Everybody's brawling, diving over the top rope. I think they were trying to create this idea that anything can happen on Raw and there's chaos. Okay, makes sense. Cool. They end up getting everybody out of there, and it's announced by the ring announcer that everybody's banned from ringside. This is a one-on-one contest. They get into it. Daniel Bryan and Seth Rollins, for the time that they had, the 15 minutes that they had, they put on a hell of a match, told a really good story, some believable stuff. If you guys love the suplex into the Falcon Arrow, the label lock, The yes knees, the clotheslines, power bombs. So many good things happened in this match. Absolutely loved it. They did a lot of good things here. The match ends with a curb stomp. Seth Rollins picks up the victory. 1, 2, 3, as you guys could have seen it. But watch the drama and the build up into it if you like good wrestling. Good stuff here. I wouldn't mind seeing these two feud in the future if they could come up with a good storyline for them. After the match, Corbin attacks Rollins with a steel chair, goes in for the beatdown, gives him the end of days, holds up the Universal title. God, no. He holds up the Universal title, and the show goes off the air. We don't know who the special guest referee is, so I assume we're going to either find out tomorrow or he's going to wait until the pay-per-view to reveal it. So, interesting things, folks. I will see what's going on in the live chat here for a couple minutes, and then we'll get ready to get on out of here. Guys, if you have not subscribed, I see 13 people in here. Make sure I'm 3 away. 3 away. Help me get to that 400 number, folks. Had a couple people sign up. Shout out to Eduardo, who runs one of the wrestling groups I'm in. I saw him subscribe. Thank you so much. Jesus talking about BTE. BTE was all right this week. Jesus is an AEW fan, loving it. Goober throwing up the 2 sweet. I like it, boys. I agree. SummerSlam, I think he's going to the show. Bray should go a whole year undefeated. If they're smart, I think Bray Wyatt's ready to main event. Bray Wyatt had something when him and Roman teamed up. I'll never forget that night. And him and Roman teamed up, and he hits the Sister Abigail on, I forgot what the group was, with Del Rio, Sheamus, and all them. You know how they had that stupid, I think they were like the Axis or the Alliance. He hits the move. The Sister Abigail goes for the pin. You can see someone starting to get into the ring. It might have been Rusev or somebody. They got their hands up to, like, you know, make the break up for the pin. And he puts his hands up like this, and Roman hits the spear. It looks so sweet, dude. Bray Wyatt is a tremendous talent. You cannot book him like you were in the past, losing to Cena and Taker and getting beat by The Rock at WrestleManias and stuff. People remember all those moments. And I don't remember a lot of stuff, but I remember Bray Wyatt losing in some matches where I thought he should have won. I didn't mind his run as WWE Champion. I felt it was a little bit too short. Could have did some more with him. B-Boy Skyline says AEW. Call me Tony Stark now. I'm ready for next week already. You hear what Big Trash said. League of Nations. Thank you, PR Nightmare. Thank you. But with that being said, guys, share this video. If you haven't, leave a like. We'll get to that 400 number sooner rather than later. My plans. So tomorrow, I think I'm going to try to record the podcast for you guys. I will do my WWE Stomping Grounds preview. We'll go over the matches, the usual stuff, and then we'll push that out there. Probably won't be too long of a show, but we'll talk about it and everything that's going on in WWE. So look for that on your podcast stuff. Make sure you guys are subscribed so you are the first ones to get that. And also this week on Brainbuster Radio, shout out to the Brainbuster Radio crew as well. I have a tremendous interview for you guys this Saturday. It is with Montezi from the Swerve City podcast. He does a podcast with someone you may know as Killshot from Lucha Underground, or Isaiah Swerve Scott in NXT now. And we talk a lot about wrestling, music. If you are a fan of music, you are going to want to listen to this one. We've got a lot of dope things that we talk about in this. I would say it's about 45 minutes. It's really good stuff, though. You guys are going to definitely want to hear it. I want AJ Lee in AEW. You never know. She does live in Chicago. August 31st. You never know. Would have liked a longer WWE title run with Bray. I agree, Goober. But thank you guys so much for checking out the video tonight. I'm not going to keep you guys up too late. I got to work tomorrow. I appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you. Let's run through this real quick and just yell the names out one last time. Shout out to Lakers Gaming Squad that was at the show tonight. Jesus De Leon, Original Biggie, DP, King, Austin Stroop, Connor Knows Wrestling. Who else? Austin Stroop, Goober 316, Eric Brennan, PR Nightmare, B-Boy Skyline. There were a bunch of people in here who were quiet. My man Kevin Alvarado. We had a lot of quiet folks in the chat tonight too. My man Friendly, thank you for stopping through and leaving a like on the vid. He does some live streaming as well for video games. Who else did we have in here? Rob, what's going on, Rob? Just finishing up. You are breathtaking. I'm sweating like Shane McMahon. Nelson, they don't know about them boats. Me too. I work a boat open to close. I hear that. Well, gents, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. I'm trying to pull up my emojis here, because you know we got to do it right for the EPW crew. Let me see if I can. We'll throw those up for you guys. Throw a couple in the chat for you guys too, sweet bros. Thank you guys so much. Take care. Everything Pro Wrestling, we are out. Have a good night, everybody, and have a good day tomorrow. Make sure you guys check out the podcast coming out Wednesday or tomorrow. We're out. Peace.